In the heart of Java lies a city of soul, art, and profound history, Yogyakarta, and in its very center beats a living heart, the Keraton nga Yogyakarta Hadiningrat. This is not just a palace, it is a home for the Sultan, a guardian of centuries-old tradition, and a vibrant center for Javanese culture. Today, we invite you to step beyond the walls and discover the magic, majesty, and the meaning of this incredible place. Join us as we explore the architecture, treasure, ethic, and living tradition of the Yogyakarta Palace.
Before entering the inner area of the Yogyakarta Palace, every visitor will first pass through this grand gate, Rego Dana Pratopo, also known as Kebun Gate. This gate serves as the main northern entrance to the Keraton complex. It stands as a symbolic boundary between the outer world and the sacred inner palace, marking the transition from the city's bustle to the calm and dignity of royal life. The name Dana Pratopo carries deep meaning. Dana means generosity and Pratopo means noble behavior, reminding everyone who passes through to show respect, humility, and good manners when entering the Sultan's residence. On both sides of the gate, you can see white pillars and thick wooden doors, decorated in traditional Yogyakarta style. The architecture reflects simplicity yet strength, a hallmark of Javanese philosophy, which values harmony and balance. After passing through the gate, we can see a large pendopo with a red roof. It is called Bangsa Pagelaran. In this very area, the Sultan's royal carriages and guests once arrived during formal processions. Even today, Rego Dana Pratopo remains a ceremonial gateway used during important palace rituals and parades. Now, it is often used for traditional music and dance performances. The red roof shows bravery and strength, while the open space makes it feel calm and welcoming. So, as you walk through this gate, take a moment to breathe in the history and serenity. Because from this point forward, you are not just visiting a palace, but entering the living heart of Javanese tradition.
This is the Javanese gamelan, a traditional musical ensemble that has grown and developed in the Yogyakarta Palace or Keraton nga Yogyakarta Hadiningrat. Gamelan is more than just musical instrument. It is a symbol of harmony and balance in Javanese culture. Each instrument, such as the gong, bonang, kenong, and kendang, has its own role, but together they create a beautiful and peaceful sound. In the Yogyakarta Palace, gamelan plays an important role in many cultural and spiritual ceremonies, such as Gerebek, Sekatan, and Jumenengan Sultan, the anniversary of the Sultan's coronation. One of the most sacred gamelans is Gamelan Sekatan, played only once a year to celebrate the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. Through gamelan, the values of togetherness, cooperation, and harmony are preserved. Its melodies remind us that beauty comes from unity. Today, gamelan from Yogyakarta Palace is not only a pride of the Javanese people, but also a part of the UNESCO intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Gamelan is not just music, it is the voice of the soul and the wisdom of Indonesian culture. This scene takes place inside the Yogyakarta Palace. Here, two royal servants or abdi dalam are performing a traditional offering accompanied by the soft sounds of the royal gamelan. This is not just a performance, but a sacred ritual filled with spiritual meaning. Every movement and every note of the gamelan expresses gratitude, respect, and devotion to God and to the ancestors. The Yogyakarta Palace has long been the heart of Javanese culture, preserving classical arts such as dance, music, and royal ceremonies. Through these traditions, the values of harmony, patience, and respect for life are passed down from generation to generation. Before going further into the palace, there are two guardian statues called Dwarapala. These giant figures are not just gatekeepers, but symbols of balance between good and evil. The right Dwarapala represent goodness, bravery, and sincerity in protecting the truth. The left Dwarapala represent evil and human desires that must always be controlled. Standing side by side, they remind us that life should always stay in balance between strength and wisdom, light and darkness. With their strong bodies and serious face, the Dwarapala protect the palace from negative energy and keep its scared harmony. They are not just status, but a reflection of the Javanese philosophy of balance and true virtue.
When visiting the Keraton, there are several rules that visitors must respect, because the palace is not only a tourist destination but also a sacred cultural site. First, do dress modestly. This is the most important rule. Both men and women should ensure their shoulders and knees are covered. And please do be respectful. Speak in a soft voice and always be mindful that this is still a functioning royal palace and the home of the Sultan. Follow the instructions of the palace guards, which is also known as Abdi Dalam. They are palace servants who dedicated their lives to serving the Sultan and preserving palace traditions. Now for the don'ts, don't wear a hat or sunglasses inside the pavilions. Removing them is a sign of respect. Also, don't wear jeans, t-shirt, sleeveless tops, shorts, or short skirts. Don't touch any of the artifacts, carving, or sacred objects. These are irreplaceable parts of history. You are not allowed to take pictures and videos in places that have been marked. If you see or encounter an Abdi Dalam, please do not take pictures with them as your background because it is not considered respectful for them. The parang in batik motifs hold special significance in Japanese culture and are reserved exclusively for the royal family. Do not wear clothing with these motifs while on the palace grounds. Don't sit in areas that are not designed for visitors. Some platforms or stones may have sacred significance.
Next, we go to the Museum of the Life Stage, focusing on wedding items. When entering this museum, we will see the clothing worn by the Sultan daughter named Gusti Pendoro and her husband Prince Widana Negara during their graduation. In this museum, we are introduced more closely to the wedding customs of the Sultan of Yogyakarta's sons or daughter. This is a replica of the gift at engagement ceremony of Gusti Pendoro and her husband Prince Widana. Bathing ceremony is a symbol of self-cleansing before entering the household stage. The ceremony applies to both the grooms and the bride and takes place the day before the wedding. The essence of this ritual is to wash the whole body with setaman flower or many flowers water performed by parents or relatives. When ready, the water used by the bride and groom is brought to the kesatrian. Next, the groom-to-be performs nyantri. Nyantri is a custom in the wedding ceremony that requires the prospective groom to come and spend the night at the home of his prospective in-laws during the Midodareni night. Midodareni is the night before the main wedding ceremony, where the bride is said to be as beautiful as a widadari or angel and is prepared for the big day. The groom's family usually visit for the Midodareni ceremony, but the groom himself often waits outside or in separate room, and the custom of nyantri specifically refers to him spending the night in a designated place at or near the bride's home. Next is ijab kabul, is the central and most sacred moment of this wedding contract. This essential ritual involves the ijab or over, where the bride's guardian or wali hands over his daughter in marriage with the specified mahar, and the immediate verbal qabul or acceptance by the groom, conducted in one continuous sitting and witnessed by two people. The uninterrupted exchange of these two solemn phrases legally and spiritually validates the union, instantly binding the man and woman as a husband and wife in the eyes of Allah and society.
Here's an attire of Sultan Hamengkubuwono VII in the painting drawn by himself. The attire consists of two colors, black and navy blue, complete with head accessories and ornaments with gold and diamond lances on the top. And the next one, there are masks that mimic animal faces used in wayang topeng performances. These masks take the form of eagles, buffaloes, goats, tigers, and so many more. They are worn directly up by humans and then performed on the stage. This art form has been around since the 8th century after dynasty, during the era of the Gajayana kingdom. And then the last is an elephant ornament. It has a historical significance as elephants were used as vehicles or mounts for sultans in traditional ceremonies in the past.